Close your eyes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Willow and Roots. It's Michelle here and I have another reading for you. Today's reading, we're going to receive guidance from the Green Witch Oracle. I'm going to pull some cards and just see what messages we receive from it. Now, before we start this reading, I would like to thank Marnie, Jess, Stacy, Helen, Elspeth, James, and Florence for your lovely gifts and generous donations. So let's look at these cards. So this is the deck. And what I find with this is it's very soothing, very relaxing, right? The energy coming off this deck. It's like guidance from a crone or a sage, and they have nothing to prove. It's just you're receiving guidance and all this wisdom from them about their craft. They don't feel that they need to justify themselves. That's the energy that's coming off from these cards. It's just really relaxing, and the images are beautiful. The artwork's lovely. Again, very calming and gentle. Okay, so we're gonna have three options. Okay, how are we gonna do this? All right, so think of a number from 1 to 3. The number that pops up in your mind's eye, that's your pile. Because I want to shuffle these cards for each pile. I don't want to just lay out the cards. I don't want to do that. Okay, so think of a number from 1 to 3. The number that pops up in your mind's eye, that's your pile. Okay, so you can pause the video, choose a number. Let's get to it. Hello, option 1. For those of you who selected the number 1, here's your reading. Okay, let's get you a card. What guidance do you have for option 1? That was the jumper there. Feel like taking. Oh, okay, you have 2. Let's see what they are. So you have basil or basil, prosperity, luck, love, and you have 2 ladybirds here, or ladybugs, as you call them in America. And we have roots, healthy patterns, early growth. Nice. I'm hearing the early bird catches the worm. So it's calling for you to act quickly, and I'm hearing act accordingly. So it's not saying to stall, but it's not saying to act in haste. But what it's saying is if you have something on your mind, try not to sit on it for too long. Breaking the pattern of procrastination. Because the energy that I'm getting off of this is you may have a fantastic idea or a fantastic solution that could be very beneficial. But when we tend to sit on ideas or solutions and trying to refine the idea or the solution, that's time wasted. Sometimes you can miss a wonderful opportunity due to procrastination. So what they're saying is put it into action, right? So once you have an idea or a solution to something, try it out. We're talking about experimenting, and then the results that you get from experimenting or trying the idea, that's when you can refine it, okay? That's when you know what works and what doesn't. It's like taking action leads to early growth, leads to your prosperity. You do have good fortune around you at this time. So what they're saying is not to be afraid of capitalizing on them or reaching for them, your good fortune. Practicing healthy patterns. So the healthy patterns, again, it's not procrastinating, it's not having negative thoughts or ideas that prevents you from progressing, prevents you from being open to change. With the roots, it really does feel like something that needs to be birthed, something that needs to come into fruition, come to life. to grow. And we do have here the roots, and then we have the plant in a cup, right? The basil in a teacup, and it's flourishing. So you're not sitting on a bad idea. The issue is being stagnant. It's not stillness. It becomes stagnant when no action is taken at all. Knowing what needs to be done and not moving towards it or acting on it. Stillness is used to process a thought or an idea. Okay, let's get a tarot card. But know that you have good fortune around you at this time. So it's looking into habits that leads you to miss opportunities. So again, an example would be procrastinating, not being able to make up your mind, and then of course the time passes. It's seeing where the problem lies, recognizing it, and correcting it, healing it, okay? For some of you, this is a past life lesson. For others, it's an ancestral pattern that you can actually break. And it's not anything about like a hex or anything like that. It has to do with lack of self-belief, fear even. But what this is saying is you possess the power within you to free yourself from obstacles, to free yourself out of certain situations that are challenging. If you notice here with the ladybirds, we call it ladybirds here in the UK. This one is just sat on a leaf, and this ladybird here is about to fly off. That's what they look like when they're about to fly off. Right. That's the taking action. Okay, I'm going to pull a tarot card for you. With it being green, we're talking about money as well, guys. Tower. The collapse of the old order or the old way of doing things. This is now having this fresh perspective and being comfortable with letting go of what does not serve you, of what is no longer working, of what is causing you to not receive your good fortune. This is all about claiming what is yours, claiming what is available to you. Sometimes breaking patterns that don't serve you is painful, is challenging, but it's having the courage to allow it to fall away, having the courage to break habits that may feel safe and comfortable to you when you know that it's not serving you. That can be hard because stepping into a new way of doing things, a new way of conducting yourself, it always brings up questions of, am I capable of doing this? Am I good enough? What will others think? Worrying about how you are seen, and of course coming out of your comfort zone, how you are feeling, because you feel vulnerable, you feel very open. But this is calling for you to, instead of thinking about all the ways things can go wrong, it's calling for you to try, to experiment, to take action, and then you'll know for sure what works and what doesn't work, what needs refining, or if it doesn't and it's going smoothly, how to maintain. Okay, I feel like pulling another one for you. You got the 3 of Cups here, so we're talking about energy shifts, but also support. Being optimistic and having optimistic people around you as well. We have here the Knight of Swords. So he's on a feather, and that's all about the blessings. You possess the ability to make your dreams a reality, but it's all about trying and believing, also learning. So we're talking about researching, finding ways on how it can become a reality with what is available to you. So we have here with the Knight of Swords a feeling of taking a realistic approach, knowing what is available to you, what you can use to excel, to grow, to gain great prosperity. Because again, I'll say it, the energy of good fortune and growth is around you. So working with energy by first raising your vibration to match good fortune, and then looking at your resources, what you have available to you, or what you need to gain, what you need to have access to make your abundance come in, your prosperity a reality. Nice. Let's get you some guidance. You have a lot. So we have here spiritual teacher. Your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. We have new career. Your work focus is shifting in a positive, new and successful direction. And then we have love life. The basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. So it's several things. It could be for some of you, your love life, and applying the same guidance that was given here in this reading to improve or to make it a reality. And for those of you, if it's a career, again, the guidance given today, applying it, looking into it, seeing if it resonates with you, and then taking actions towards it. Now with the spiritual teacher, this may be seeking out the assistance or the help of a spiritual teacher. That's what this is calling for. Or it may be speaking on you wanting to become a spiritual teacher, and of course there's a career change. Now with the love life, that may be a turning point or a crossroads issue. I'm picking up for someone, you have to decide between love and career. Do you want to focus your energies on your career and furthering your career, or love? And it could be where you've met someone that you can see yourself with. Now it's for you to not letting your mind run away with you, but it's calling for your heart and your head to be in alignment. It's important to have that balance. And it's saying it's not to procrastinate on this decision that you're meant to make or move into. And I know some of you may want to balance the two. Now, if that's the case, it's important, especially if it involves others, very clear and honest communication. So if you're wanting to balance the two, it's important to be on the same page with the other person involved. Clear and honest communication. It's very possible to do it, and it's a lot of work, but that's the basis on how you will be able to juggle the two. Nice. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings on Etsy. Information on that is in the description box below, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 2. For those of you who selected the number 2, here's your reading. So let's get your cards. What does the Green Witch Oracle want to share with you today? I'll have guidance for option 2, please. Okay, so we take, hey, you have 2. We have Hearth, safety, comfort, spiritual connection, and we have Cauldron, creation, opportunity, caring. There is Cancerian energy here, like serious Cancerian energy. You know what is quite interesting? There is the energy of having like a comfortable home, like being a homemaker or buying a home or wanting a space that feels like home. It feels very airy, light. It smells really good. When you come in, you can just shut the world out type of energy. But also everything has its place. So it feels like your haven, right? You go in your home and you know where everything is. Every single item has its place and it's very neat and clean. It may have a lot of stuff, but it's neat and clean. But it just feels like your safe haven. But I'm also getting about spiritual development here, strengthening your gifts and your skills, being at home with your gifts and ability, especially when you are ascending spiritually. Now, the way to do that is to practice, practice, practice. Also, the other way of doing that, and this may not be for everyone, but organization. I'm also getting focusing on what you have to do, not what others are doing. Okay? So it's important to remain on your path and not go off your path looking at what others are doing or how they are doing it. This is a very individual and personal journey, but also personal spiritual development. I'm hearing here trial and error. So feeling at home spiritually does involve you practicing, making certain mistakes, having certain achievements or success, and that will allow you to understand for yourself how your gifts, how your magic works to you individually. So you can join a course or have a mentor, etc., who will teach you about magic and certain spiritual gifts, but they're different to each individual. So no two people has clear sight the same. Some people comes through dreams, while others, they can be awake and it's like a daydream, but it's fuzzy and blurry. While others, they're up and it's a daydream and it's clear, photographic image clear. And for others, they're seeing spirit physically. So it varies. And also how we interpret guidance, the messages, what we're seeing, what we're feeling, what we're hearing, how to articulate it. This is all about finding your own feet when it comes to your gifts, when it comes to your spirituality. Now, again, it's not saying not to take a course and not to be mentored, but it's then learning to take the information and see how it applies for you personally, seeing how your gifts work. Very nice. That's what we call self-mastery as well. So we have several candles here, and that is giving me a time period of development. So it's not to rush it, but it's all about using the time wisely, not wishing it away. It takes time to grasp and to embrace being a spiritual person. They're showing me here, and what is interesting for you guys, you do have the crone and the sage energy strongly in your pile. Now what they're saying is it's almost like the stage of growth, so childhood, teen, adult, elder, but they're speaking on confidence, so how confident you are with your craft and also how you display it. So what they're showing me is when we are new to something and we're starting to like see results. So let's say you're working on your spiritual gifts, you're starting to see results, you've got confirmation, etc. It can be like a child with a new wand and you're just trying to impress others and needing a title to make you feel important. Now, as you mature and you excel in your craft, that tends to fade because you become more serious and want to be the master of your craft, want to be the magician who has nothing to prove. You're not even interested in impressing anyone. You've reached a point where you're so confident about what you are doing and sure about your results that you don't need validation. So it will be like a reader, let's say a very, very experienced tarot reader, where they know their craft inside out, left to right, backwards, forwards, and flipped, unflipped like Scrabble, and then brought back together. So when they are offering you guidance in what they see. They're not second guessing themselves because they're like, this is what I see, that's it, point blank, period. Of course, what you do with the information, that's an individual basis. But the point I'm trying to make is when you get to a level of development where it's no longer about being validated, it's all about you challenging yourself, it's all about you mastering your craft and coming up with your own way of interpreting the information and taking it further. So it's not only about learning to a point and that's it. It's all about exceeding it. You are now going to be the innovator of that craft, using your craft in your own way, creating your own system. So it's about mastery, being comfortable in that energy. And this is what they're saying. Mistakes or failures are okay, it happens, but we learn from it. That's how we improve, that's how we perfect. I'm seeing someone here where they're working with herbs or oils, etc. They're just working with potions or even food in order to refine it and have it the way that is satisfying and pleasing to you, because it's your creation. You have to go through the trial and error phase, the failures and the achievements, refining, and then after a while you don't really need to do that because you would have perfected your creation to the point where you know it like the back of your hand. There's nothing more that needs to be done with it because it is tried, tested, and proven. Nice. Okay, let's get some tarot. It's also speaking on, I'm seeing here the fire in the fireplace and the cauldron is hot. That action needs to be taken. There's so many different layers to being the master of your craft, being at the top of your game. There's so many different layers and levels, and it's to be humble, we see, and loyal with the dog here. May even be ancestral gifts coming through. Now with ancestral gifts, they are speaking on needing to master each one before you receive the next. Okay, so we have here 6 of Swords. Okay, and one more. Okay, there we go. 8 of Pentacles. Look at that, that's the work. Anchoring down, you see the anchor here. Anchoring down and mastering, improving your craft. That's what it's about. Moving in the direction and changing your mindset from a time frame or a time limit as to when you are meant to be the best at what you can do. It's actually knuckling down, anchoring down, and practicing, putting the effort in improving. The mastery comes again from trying, seeing where there may be room for improvement and making the necessary changes there, and then trying again and seeing how you've overcome that. After a while, you would have perfected it. But they're speaking on practicing, that is the way forward. Less overthinking. There's also a need for organization. So keeping your place tidy or knowing where everything that you need is. Having access. I am seeing here that you can actually draw on their energy. So you can call upon your ancestors. Call upon the energies of the crone and the sage for guidance, for assistance. Right? They'll help you along the way, but it really is screaming that it's for you to try and to learn, to truly try to grasp what you are wanting to move towards. Okay, let's get you some guidance. We have here patience, please. What you're asking for is coming about, Have patience, as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. Yeah, they're calling for you to be patient, to practice. It's all unfolding. But here it's also being in the moment, because those are the times that you're going to look back on and appreciate, especially when you become the crone or the sage. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings on Etsy. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 3. For those of you who selected the number 3, here's your reading. So let's see what the crone or sage energy want to share with you. Okay, what guidance do you have for option 3? Okay, so we have here leaves, renewal, revival, progress. I'm hearing sustainability, maintaining what you have. It feels like you've entered a new cycle or a new phase, a new way of being. There's newness around you. Now, it's not that you're stepping into it, you are in it. But it's saying to learn to maintain it. I'm hearing sustainability, maintenance, with renewal, revival, progress. It's giving me almost like a second chance, but it feels different. It's better than before. That's what I'm hearing. Whatever has re-entered your life is better than before. This could mean even you being ready to receive it now, whereas back then you weren't. So it just didn't make any sense. It fizzled, it just didn't work out. But now you have grown enough. You have more awareness where you can actually benefit from it. But they're calling for you to maintain. I'm hearing putting the effort in to sustaining it, but also allowing it to grow. With leaf, it's keeping the leaves alive, like keeping the plant, the source alive, so that it will always be healthy. It will always flourish. This could be yourself, so the body, so you have this new lease on life, or now you are looking after yourself, and it's saying to maintain it. I mean, you can apply this in any area of your life, but what they're definitely encouraging you to do is to look into maintaining what you have, not dropping the ball and then allowing it to all fall apart, because there's greater awareness now as to how you have achieved what you have achieved and how you can keep it going, keep the wheels turning. Okay, let's get a tarot. The energy here is really about awareness. Awareness. Okay. Page of Wands. Look at that with the magnifying glass. Eight of Wands. Well, the obvious message is, of course, there's going to be news coming in that will bring about rapid changes in your life. With the Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands, it's like the rebirth, the revival of something that did not work. Now it's going to work. It's even where you are able to see where the fault was and how to improve it so that you can maintain and potentially increase, grow, whatever this thing is. It's also saying that when this comes in, if it hasn't already, being able to know exactly what to do in order to bring about rapid changes, rapid results. Because here it is showing me with the Ten of Swords that there might have been a situation or something in your life that you thought was done. There was no chance of it even working or coming back. But now it has. But it's new and improved. Transformative energy here with the dragonfly. Six of Swords. Moving away from challenging situations because now you have figured out what needs to be done. This could be having a new perspective as well. Being able to spot with the magnifying glass bullshit when it comes towards you. Really tapping into your knowing. So if people are coming at you with, love bombing you, trying to easily impress you, you could see through them. You could see the bullshit quickly. With the page card, it's that novice energy. But for me, it's non-attachment. So not being emotionally attached or energetically attached to anything or anyone. When you're not attached, you're able to see a situation differently. Moving away from an immature approach. Three of Swords. Yeah, it's like no longer, and I'm getting goosebumps, look at that, and the Five of Swords on the bottom. It's like no longer putting up with nonsense and being able to spot drama, bullshit, before it lands in your lap. This is all about setting up boundaries, and it does feel like a renewed self because now you are using your gifts, you're using what is available to you and shifting your energy. Not allowing nonsense to come towards you or people with ill intentions to come towards you. This is nice. This is nice. Having that non-attached approach. I keep hearing sweet nothings in my ears. So someone coming in and just really talking a good game. And at first it's very easy to run with it. It's very easy to get taken in by it. But then it's saying having the time to really see exactly what their motives are. Without fixating on it, without allowing yourself to be dragged, lured down the rabbit hole. Okay, I want to pull one more and that's it. Let me get guidance. Three of Wands. This speaks on even with past experiences where you may have been told something that was enticing, that made sense, that you were expecting to happen. You may have moved towards it without thinking straight, only to be disappointed, to be, again, dragged down the rabbit hole, to be waiting and waiting and waiting and nothing happening. It's just saying now it's using the gifts that you have, the gift of discernment, to be able to spot, to know what is right for you, what is BS, and being able to let go of it. This is that new lease on life, new sense of self with the leaves. Protecting and maintaining yourself from vampires. It's making that conscious decision to not allow yourself to be taken advantage of again, because you're going to be looking at people, at situations under a magnifying glass. Nice. Son. Your son is watched over and protected as he explores his world. And then we have two kids here. We have the Sun card and we have the Page. Now for someone, this is actually, you're worried about your son being taken advantage of, being led down the garden path. Know that your son is protected. But what I'm getting is the guidance that you give, try to not make it too long-winded, right? Because kids these days, when you're doing the long-winded examples, they kind of shut their ears. So the idea is short, sweet, and effective communication. They'll learn in the long run. Connect with nature. You're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. So even going on little trips with your son and being able to communicate with him then and there. I would even say children, because this could be also issues with girls as well. But having more quality time with your children and having discussions with them about how some people can be with the Three of Swords, or finding out if there's anything troubling them. For someone, if you're going through a breakup, a divorce, spending quality time with your children and being able to explain to them in not so many words what is happening, the changes that are occurring. For someone, dad or mom is coming back, and the life that you've created for them without that parent, they've gotten used to. So, of course, this return is kind of awkward. So, again, making sure that you have communications with them, clear communication, and spending a lot of quality time with them. The whole idea is for everything to make sense. And with the magnifying glass here, with this child looking at through the magnifying glass, it's saying to try not to lie, because they'll pick up on it. They'll pick up on what is up. Okay? They'll know. And lying to them is not good, because down the line, how are you going to explain yourself? Just try to be as honest as you can without divulging too much personal information. Nice. Now let's see. Now with the other situation, this could also be with the Sun card and connect with nature. So this is the other scenario, an inner child wound that needs healing, right? So being the natural self. So if your inner child was told that, saying respect your elders, or do what I am saying even though it may not be right, this is actually healing that and going back to that original self of being authentic towards your feelings, your knowing. Beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings on Etsy. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Open your